Hi guys, let us make this SHEIN inspired sleeveless jersey, and I used a 6.5 millimeter hook and my DK yarn, which is a 100-gram ball, but I used 2.5 of those. So you make a slip knot and then you chain a chain that is equivalent to the length that you desire, that is from your shoulder down to your waist area. When you're done with the chain, you yarn over, go into the chain, and then you yarn over, and then you'll be having 3 loops on your hook, and then you slip stitch, yarn over, go into the chain, 3 loops on the hook, and then you slip stitch into 2 again, as you can see demonstrated in the video. You yarn over into the space, 3 loops on the hook, you slip stitch. Alright, slip stitch into 2, just like that. And then when you get to the end of the row, you simply chain 1, turn your work, you yarn over and go into the back loop. Alright, and then you yarn over again, you'll be having 3 loops on your hook, and then you slip stitch. So you're going to continue just like that until you finish the row, and then you repeat and finish your back panel. Okay, so that's exactly how I did my back panel. So I think maybe I should demonstrate how I do my reductions, and I'm doing them really simple. So when you get to this point, actually for you, you'll go to all through to the end of the row and everything else when you are finally doing your front panels. So now I'll just demonstrate just so that you can get the idea, because you all know that TikTok doesn't allow us to make long videos, and most of you will start to complain saying that the video is too long. So what I do is, as I come back from down here going up, right, so I will either decide to leave 2 more chains and turn back, or just to leave 1. So in my top, I decided to, there is where I decided I'm going for 2 and where I decided I'm going for 1, not for any particular reason though, but that's just what I did. And I want to believe on the first panel that I made, I realized that there were points where I left 2, and then I decided to repeat the same thing on my second panel so that at least it matches. So let me say you are leaving 2, then you chain your 1, and then you go back. As you go back, you continue just as you were doing. You continue as normal. All right, no reductions, nothing. As long as you have left 2 chains vacant up there, that's how you do your reduction. And then you finish up, you turn your work, and then you go up again as you have been doing. All right, so when you reach the top again, you are going to leave 2. All right, you are stepping down again, then you chain, go back, and you do as usual. So that's when you'll notice that your work is stepping down. All right, so this is how I made the reductions of my neckline. You see, it's stepping down. All right, so that's how I did mine. So you're gonna go ahead and do that. So what I do to the panels, the front panels, is that, for example, my circumference, my bust circumference, it's 41. All right, so as it is 41, I'll divide it into 2. All right, to make it 20.5 and 20.5. My back panel will stretch up to 20.5, and then my front panels That means I'm going to divide this 20 by 2, right? If I divide it by 2, that means 10.25, right? If it's 10.25 like that, this very same panel, I'll divide it into 2 also. And then where the first half ended, that's when I'm starting to do my reductions. This other panel also, I'll divide it into half, the 10.5 into half, and the half of that, when I get into the half, that's when I start to do my reductions. And that's when I'll do the button thing, whatever it's called. All right, the button portion. So that's how I did mine. So go ahead and do that. So I've done all my panels. This is the back panel. All right, there's the back panel, but it was just a normal rectangle. Thereafter, I added these extensions to create a proper arm area. So what I noticed is that this top, it's a wide arm top. So I decided to do the same. So I did these extensions thereafter, and the distance from here to here is about 2 inches. So that's what I went for. Thereafter, these are my back panels, and this portion, I decided to go in with slip stitches all through the way from the top going down, and I did the buttonholes. These buttonholes, I left 3 chains and chained 3 and skipped into the 4th chain, just like that, and went over with 4 more rows. Alright, so I also added the pockets. Mine counts as 22 chain, and then I decided to do that covers up this whole area, leaving 1 row and 1 row. And also I did the extensions. All right, so this is basically how the top will look, okay, with this nice pockets. So this is it. So I'll join this together and show you the end results. So this is why I said it's a wide arm. It's a wide arm. So, but again, I'm also going to do a slip stitch ribbing here, so at least it closes my bra inside, right? So that the bra won't be visible, because around here, this is where my bra is. Okay, so I'll do the same number of rows of slip stitches that are here and do them there. Okay, so you see the neck area. When it's all complete, that's when it will be nice and visible enough. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to join these 2 panels to the back panel. So I went ahead and did all the slip stitches even on the arm areas, and I joined the panels together, and this is the finished result. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it on camera based on the time constraints, but otherwise this is it, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.